What if the quarter sitting in your pocket right now could, in rare cases, be worth more than $6,500, depending on its condition, grade, rarity, mint errors, collector demand, and authentication? It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Most people never give a second thought to a modern quarter. They spend it on coffee, toss it into a change jar, or leave it forgotten in the cup holder of a car. But the 2020 Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve Quarter has a fascinating story behind it, and for a small number of collectors, the hunt for exceptional examples has become far more exciting than anyone expected. Before you spend your next quarter, you may want to take a much closer look. To understand why this coin matters, we have to travel to the beautiful island of St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Hidden along its northern shoreline is Salt River Bay, one of the most historically and environmentally important places in the Caribbean. The area is famous for its mangrove forests, coral reefs, diverse wildlife, and deep historical significance. Historians believe this was one of the locations visited by Christopher Columbus during his second voyage to the Americas in 1493. Centuries later, the site became protected as both a national historical park and an ecological preserve, preserving not only American history, but also one of the region's richest natural ecosystems. In 2020, the United States Mint honored this remarkable location as part of the popular America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series created to celebrate important national parks and historic sites across the United States and its territories. Every design in the series tells a different story, and the Salt River Bay Quarter is no exception. Take a close look at the reverse of the coin. You'll notice a striking image featuring a red mangrove tree, its intricate root system extending into the water below. Flying overhead is a red-tailed hawk, while fish swim beneath the surface. At first glance, it may simply look artistic, but every detail was carefully chosen to represent the delicate balance between land, sea, and wildlife that makes Salt River Bay so unique. This isn't just a quarter, it's a miniature work of art carrying an important conservation message. Millions of these quarters were produced for circulation at both the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, and the Denver Mint, marked with a D. Because of these large production numbers, most circulated examples remain worth face value. However, that's only part of the story. Here's where things begin to get interesting. Collectors aren't searching for ordinary circulated coins. They're looking for extraordinary examples with blazing original luster, nearly flawless surfaces, and exceptional strike quality. A certified high-grade example could be worth several $100s, depending on its condition, grade, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. The difference between a heavily worn coin and one preserved in outstanding mint state condition can be dramatic. But condition isn't the only thing experienced collectors watch for. During the minting process, unexpected production mistakes occasionally occur. These genuine mint errors are created inside the mint itself, making them highly desirable because no two mistakes are exactly alike. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, struck-through errors, die cracks, and other authenticated minting errors can transform an ordinary modern quarter into a fascinating collectible. Some authenticated mint error examples may be worth more than $1,800, depending on the type of error, condition, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. That's why many collectors carefully inspect every quarter they receive in change instead of spending it immediately. And then there's another detail that many people completely overlook. In 2020, a limited number of quarters featuring the W Mint mark from the West Point Mint were released into circulation alongside the regular Philadelphia and Denver issues. These special West Point quarters weren't sold directly to collectors. Instead, they were mixed into circulation, creating a nationwide treasure hunt. Finding one in everyday pocket change became an exciting challenge, and many collectors still search for them today. A genuine 2020 W Salt River Bay quarter in exceptional condition could be worth considerably more than its face value, depending on its condition, grade, collector demand, and authentication. That tiny W Mint mark has become one of the first things knowledgeable collectors look for whenever they examine this coin. But believe it or not, the biggest surprise surrounding this modern quarter is still waiting to be uncovered. Now this is where the story becomes even more exciting. Many people assume that because the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter is a modern coin, it can't possibly be valuable. But experienced collectors know that age is only one piece of the puzzle. In the numismatic world, rarity often comes from exceptional preservation, certified grades, genuine mint errors, limited varieties, and strong collector demand, not simply from how old a coin is. Imagine opening an old change jar and spotting a Salt River Bay quarter that still shines as if it had just left the mint. Coins with brilliant original luster, sharp details, and almost no contact marks are much harder to find than most people realize. An exceptionally preserved, professionally certified example could be worth over $750, depending on its condition, grade, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. While most examples remain ordinary circulation coins, elite condition pieces continue to attract attention from serious collectors. But the real thrill begins when an authentic mint error enters the picture. During the minting process, enormous presses strike thousands of coins every hour. Although the mint maintains strict quality standards, occasional mistakes still escape into circulation. A genuine off-center strike may leave part of the design missing. A clipped planchet creates a curved section where metal is absent before the coin is struck. A struck-through error can leave unusual textures or missing design elements caused by foreign material between the die and the coin. These are not post-mint damage, they are legitimate production errors that collectors actively search for. Some dramatic authenticated mint error examples may be worth more than $3,400, depending on the specific error, condition, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. That's exactly why experienced collectors never dismiss an unusual-looking quarter without taking a closer look. Another fascinating possibility is the wrong planchet error. This happens when a quarter is accidentally struck on a blank, intended for a different denomination or another type of coin. These mistakes are extremely uncommon, and when verified by a respected grading service, they become highly desirable. In rare cases, authenticated wrong planchet examples could reach values exceeding $8,000, depending on the error type, condition, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. These remarkable pieces demonstrate just how unpredictable the minting process can occasionally be. One of the biggest misconceptions is that every quarter with a scratch or odd mark is a valuable error. In reality, most damaged coins were altered after leaving the mint and carry little or no premium. That's why professional authentication is so important. Certified experts can determine whether an unusual feature is a genuine mint error or simply circulation damage, helping collectors make informed decisions. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of the Salt River Bay quarter is that the search is still ongoing. Unlike many classic coins that disappeared from circulation decades ago, these quarters can still be found in pocket change, bank rolls, coin jars, and inherited collections. Every trip to the grocery store or the bank presents another opportunity to discover something unexpected. That possibility keeps collectors searching every single day, so before you spend your next quarter, slow down and examine it carefully. Check the mint mark, look closely at the design, inspect the edges for unusual shapes or striking errors. If you happen to find a 2020 W issue or a coin with an authentic mint error, it may be worth having it professionally evaluated. Depending on its condition, grade, rarity, mint mark, mint errors, collector demand, and authentication, it could be worth far more than its face value. The greatest treasure in coin collecting isn't simply finding an expensive coin, it's recognizing an opportunity that millions of other people overlook. Every ordinary-looking coin has a story, and every once in a while, one of those stories turns into an incredible discovery. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden secrets of the 2020 Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve Quarter, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and leave a comment below telling us whether you've ever found a W mint quarter or an unusual mint error in your pocket change. Your next coin could be the one that starts an unforgettable collecting journey.